Stop crying and start fighting. Life is not always kind. Every person, no matter how strong or successful they appear, faces moments when the world feels heavy on their shoulders. There are days when disappointment, failure, betrayal, or loss makes the heart feel weak. In those moments, many people choose to sit in their pain, cry about their problems, and feel like victims of life. Crying is natural. Feeling hurt is human. But staying in that place of weakness for too long can slowly destroy your confidence, your dreams, and your future. At some point, every person must make a powerful decision. Stop crying and start fighting. Crying may release pain for a moment, but it does not solve problems. Tears cannot rebuild broken dreams, fix failures, or change difficult circumstances. Only action can do that. Only courage can do that. Only the decision to stand up again after falling can change your life. The moment you stop seeing yourself as helpless and start seeing yourself as a fighter, everything begins to change. Many people in the world stay stuck because they wait for life to become easier. They wait for someone to rescue them. They wait for the perfect opportunity. But the truth is, life rarely works that way. Life rewards those who fight for their dreams, not those who complain about their struggles. Challenges are not meant to break you. They are meant to reveal the strength that already exists inside you. Think about the strongest people you admire. Their lives were not easy. They faced rejection, failure, and pain. But they did not allow those experiences to define them. Instead of crying about their problems forever, they used those painful moments as fuel. They turned their anger into motivation. They turned their sadness into determination. They decided to fight for the life they wanted. Fighting does not always mean physical battles. The greatest fights in life happen inside the mind and heart. Fighting means refusing to give up when everything seems impossible. It means waking up every day with determination, even when yesterday was painful. It means believing in your purpose, even when nobody else understands your journey. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that struggle means they are failing. In reality, struggle is a sign that you are growing. When life tests you, it is often preparing you for something greater. Pain can be a powerful teacher if you allow it to shape your character instead of breaking your spirit. Every failure carries a lesson. Every disappointment carries wisdom. Every difficult moment builds resilience. But those lessons can only be discovered if you stop crying long enough to look for them. When you change your perspective, even your darkest experiences can become stepping stones towards success. Sometimes people cry because they compare their lives to others. They see someone else succeeding and feel like life is unfair. But comparison is one of the biggest thieves of happiness and motivation. Everyone has a different journey. Some people face battles that others cannot see. Some victories happen quietly after years of invisible struggle. Instead of looking at others and feeling discouraged, look within yourself and ask a powerful question. What can I do today to become stronger than I was yesterday? Growth does not happen overnight. It happens through small daily actions. Fighting for your dreams does not mean winning every day. Sometimes it simply means refusing to quit. It means continuing to move forward, even when progress feels slow. There will be days when you feel exhausted, days when doubt enters your mind, days when you wonder if your efforts will ever pay off. Those moments are part of the journey. They are not signs that you should stop. They are reminders that your dream is worth fighting for. Strength is not the absence of pain. Strength is the ability to move forward despite pain. The strongest people are not those who never cry, but those who refuse to stay down after crying. They wipe their tears, learn from their experiences, and rise again with greater determination. Life respects fighters. When you choose courage over fear, the universe begins to respond differently. Opportunities start appearing. New paths open. People who believe in your vision begin to enter your life. But none of that can happen if you remain trapped in a mindset of defeat. The moment you decide to fight for your life, your mindset transforms. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you start asking, "What can this teach me?" Instead of feeling like a victim, you begin to see yourself as the creator of your future. This shift in thinking is powerful. It changes the way you face problems. Challenges stop looking like walls and start looking like puzzles waiting to be solved. You become more focused, more resilient, and more determined to grow through every experience. Many of the greatest success stories began with people who were once broken and discouraged. They had moments where they cried, doubted themselves, and felt like giving up. But something inside them refused to die. A small voice within their heart whispered, "Get up and try again." That voice exists inside every human being. It is the voice of courage. It is the voice of purpose. It is the voice that reminds you that your story is not over yet. Your past does not control your future unless you allow it to. The stakes do not define you. Failures do not define you. What defines you is how you respond to them. When you stand up again after falling, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than your circumstances. Imagine how different your life could be if you stopped focusing on your pain and started focusing on your power. Imagine what could happen if every time life knocked you down, you stood up faster than before. That kind of mindset can transform an ordinary life into an extraordinary journey. Courage is not something people are born with. It is something they build through experience. Every time you face a fear, every time you continue despite doubt, you strengthen your inner warrior. Over time, what once felt impossible begins to feel achievable. The truth is that life will always have difficulties, but your ability to fight, grow, and adapt will determine whether those challenges defeat you or develop you. Instead of asking life to be easier, ask yourself to become stronger. When you adopt this mindset, you stop seeing obstacles as enemies and start seeing them as opportunities to become the best version of yourself. Each challenge becomes a chance to prove your resilience. Sometimes the hardest battles are the ones nobody else can see. The fight against self-doubt, the fight against fear, the fight against negative thoughts. But these inner battles are also the most important ones to win. When you conquer your own mind, the outside world becomes much easier to handle. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you constantly tell yourself that life is unfair and hopeless, your energy will reflect that belief. But if you remind yourself that every problem has a solution and every storm eventually passes, your mindset becomes stronger and more positive. This does not mean ignoring pain or pretending everything is perfect. It means acknowledging difficulties while refusing to let them control your spirit. It means choosing hope even when circumstances are uncertain. Fighting for your dreams also requires patience. Not every victory happens quickly. Some dreams take years of effort, learning, and persistence. But those who stay committed eventually see the results of their hard work. The journey may be long, but every step forward matters. Think about a seed planted in the ground. At first, nothing seems to happen. The soil looks empty. But beneath the surface, roots are growing. The seed is preparing for the moment when it will finally break through the ground and reach the sunlight. Your efforts are the same. Even when progress feels invisible, growth is happening. Skills are developing. Strength is building. Wisdom is increasing. The key is to trust the process and keep moving forward. Another important part of fighting in life is learning to let go of what cannot be controlled. Some situations, people, or outcomes are beyond your power. Crying over them endlessly will only drain your energy. Instead, focus your energy on what you can control: your attitude, your actions, your effort, and your commitment to growth. This mindset gives you freedom. Instead of feeling trapped by circumstances, you begin to feel empowered by your choices. Every new day is an opportunity to start again. No matter what happened yesterday, today offers a fresh chance to fight for your dreams. The past cannot be changed, but the future is still being written, and the pen is in your hands. Your story does not end with pain. Your story does not end with failure. Those are just chapters in a much bigger journey. The most inspiring stories are not about people who had perfect lives, but about those who refuse to give up despite their struggles. When you stop crying and start fighting, you send a powerful message to the world and to yourself. You show that you are not defined by weakness, but by courage. You prove that no matter how many times life challenges you, your spirit remains unbreakable. So wipe your tears, stand up again, take a deep breath, and remember who you are. You are stronger than your fears. You are bigger than your problems. You are capable of rising again and again. Life may test you, but it cannot defeat a person who refuses to quit. Stop crying, start fighting, and watch how your life begins to change.